Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday, everybody, here at 10 o'clock in the morning, giving you an update on the news that you need to know about here to start your day early on. Been up all morning long, 2 a.m. to be exact, to help anchor the morning show alongside Mackenzie Baker. We had Andrew in here as well doing the weather, and so everything's pretty normal on the weather side of things. Mackenzie was actually helping out with morning break and all that fun stuff, and so we're just going to get right into it, just trying to give you a little bit of an update about why I am here. Jude is still off here dealing with a little bit of that sickness that so many others are, including myself. I was sick for a little bit there, so it's just kind of making its way through. Overall, he sounds okay. He's just trying to get past that here right now. So we're going to start actually looking at our website, because I tried to get some pictures into our system that were sent into us, but it's okay because they are on the website. You're going to see right now there was actually a really scary fire here. This is Jasper County. This is technically kind of the Yemassee area, a fire at the Best Western Air Hotel, damaging 40 rooms overnight. Everyone inside safely evacuated, no injuries reported there with the Jasper County EMS. So here are just some pictures there. Again, you can find on our website, just showing you the damage that was done. Thankfully, the hotel owner and staff helped those displaced guests find other accommodations. So that is good news there. But obviously, this is a scary situation. Don't have much information just yet, but our Aaron Dixon out there working to get some more information for you, so you know exactly what happened there, and we can help get that story going online. But as we kind of come back to the desk, we're moving forward by also moving back. We have to let you know about some news that was happening last night. Our Augustina Malus going out there talking to a family because a teenager was hit while walking to school. This is the look right there. 14-year-old Myers Middle School student recovering after being hit crossing the street, and the driver taking off. The boy says that he was walking to school when he was hit along Sunset Boulevard. Marion Roberts now has head, back, knee, stomach, and hand injuries after that crash yesterday morning. That's all according to his mom, who we were able to speak with. They say that he was able to walk over to Sol C. Johnson High School for some help. Then the principal went with him to the hospital where he was treated and then later released. And his mom says the impact was so severe. You see that drain right there. His phone flying out of his grasp into that drain. Authorities able to find his phone. The Thunderbolt police investigating this crash and the cause, and hopefully finding the driver of this accident. But the mom, as for right now, calling for that driver to come forward. So that is what happened late last night. That's what our Augustina Malus was covering for you. And as we move on just a little bit more for you today, we're learning some more information about a shots fired situation here. We've learned that the Chatham County Police Department is investigating, or the Savannah Police are investigating, gunshots fired in the neighborhood just after 8:30 last night. This is the area of Medding and Kimball Streets, and police confirmed that someone fired off shots. No one was injured there. Developing situation still. You can stay with us for updates as we try to learn just a little bit more what happened there, but confirming that shots were fired at about 8:30 last night. Going back to our website, we're seeing that the northbound traffic on US 17 over the Talmadge Bridge still being diverted onto Hutchinson Island. So there was a crash just past 17 when you're going that northbound. You go over the bridge, and you can take that right onto Hutchinson Island. So people are being told to go that way because it looks like there's a crash closer to 315 right there. Looking at 501 SC, all completely shut down as well. So as we go to our website, this is what you will be seeing there. You see just that alert letting you know that there is that crash still there, and it's still not resolved just yet. So diverted onto Hutchinson Island and at the Oglethorpe Avenue exit due to that crash in South Carolina. As we hop on back to the main page, again, keeping our eyes on a whole lot, including right there, you see that Tybee Island short-term vacation ordinance being challenged in court. That is also happening today. That's happening here in a few hours at 2 o'clock in Savannah. They're going to be talking about those vacation rentals. It's being challenged by the Tybee Alliance, a group of property management companies. They argue that there is an amendment which bans new rentals in Tybee's residential neighborhoods, which take up about 80% of the entire island. So a civil hearing is being held to challenge that 2 o'clock courtroom 4B of the Eugene Gadsden Courthouse on West Oglethorpe Avenue. We also have some information that you need to know about. We're getting this into the newsroom here early on. A teen was shot actually in the foot. So we have learned that the Chatham County Police Department is investigating after a 13-year-old boy showed up at a Pooler Fire Rescue Station just after 4 o'clock yesterday. So it happened yesterday. We tried to learn some more information. We had this on the morning news for you, and so we're still here at about 10 o'clock waiting to hear from CCPD. But the teen currently getting treatment for that shooting there, that wound to the foot. That is where we are with the news, and as we kind of hop on back, still trying to get the hang of this thing. I feel like I got it down pretty all right. We're trying some fun stuff as well. In international news, we, of course, are keeping our eye on Venezuela. Well, and how Venezuela is impacting things in the U.S. now because of the arrest of their president and where exactly that stands now. So we have those national reports to let you know about, and this is our latest one here that we've gotten into the newsroom so far. So here is some of that to listen into.
It was an incredible thing.
As President Trump continues to praise the Venezuela raid to capture deposed President Nicolas Maduro, he's hinting at plans for Venezuela's massive oil reserves. On social media Tuesday, Trump announced that the South American country has agreed to turn over 30 to 50 million barrels of sanctioned oil to the U.S., adding he will control the money from the sale to, quote, ensure it is used to benefit the people of Venezuela and the United States.
We've got a lot of oil to drill, which is going to bring down oil prices even further.
The Trump administration is also intensifying its focus on Greenland.
We need Greenland from a national security situation.
The White House says President Trump is discussing options for how to acquire the mineral-rich self-governing territory of Denmark, saying utilizing the U.S. military is always an option.
Nothing would lead to the absolute destruction of NATO more than American aggressive action against a long-term ally like Denmark.
So far, Denmark has rejected Trump's proposals, and in a joint statement, European leaders declared Greenland belongs to its people. Jared Hill, CBS News.
There you heard it there. A whole lot of information on the international side of the news. We're also getting reports just right now, somebody coming into the booth back here letting me know that the northbound lane of 17 has been reopened. So that's good news for you. Obviously, it takes a little time to get that fully reopened, especially a heavy commuter spot in 17 over the Talmadge Bridge. So that's positive news for you if you need to make your way into the low country, and it's probably a bit more smoother if you're making your way out into the Georgia side of things. So shifting gears here slightly to some basketball, because our Rachel West was out there with Georgia Southern getting a glimpse into their season. So they were projected actually to finish 10th in the league in the Sun Belt Conference. Obviously, you put a whole lot of chips on your shoulders and you see what you can do. And so as the season has progressed, the team has really come together and definitely moved forward and doing a whole lot better than what maybe they even thought themselves. But still, they are on a right route, and they are continuing to pull away and get some wins. So again, Rachel West was out there talking to them. Here she is.
Georgia Southern, again, 9 straight wins. Hard to do.
Not bad for a team that preseason polls predicted to finish 10th in the Sun Belt, the same conference where the Eagles currently sit atop the standings at 4-0.
You know, you don't get off to a good start, it's hard to catch back up.
The 4 conference wins, of course, are part of the 9 straight the Eagles have secured, their longest win streak since 2004. Veteran leaders like 6th-year senior Tyron Moore and 5th-year Spud Webb prove invaluable on the court.
I like to joke with them about it when they screw something up. I'll be like, aren't you 30 years old? But we do got a lot of veteran guys that have played a lot of games.
The men's team isn't alone in their accomplishments. They're sharing their gym and their success with Georgia Southern's women's team. Also ranked 10th preseason, the Eagles now sit 93rd in the net rankings, the program's highest mark ever.
This group loves to play, so they do a lot of work outside of practice, and I think all of that kind of culminates into that kind of historical ranking.
Early tests against LSU and FSU taught them to battle.
We wanted to start to build that mentality, like have that toughness be a part of our identity, and we thought that stretch would really define us and kind of show us who we were.
Since that stretch, Hayden's team has won 9 of 10, their only loss coming on New Year's Day to Old Dominion in double overtime. But they bounced back 2 days later with a 10-point win on the road. Resiliency that's evident in both Georgia Southern programs.
I'd like us to not be quite as comfortable in close games because some of those you like to close out before it gets to overtime, but it is a group that they keep their head pretty well.
At the midway point of the season, both teams still have room to grow. Hayden says discipline will continue to be a focus for the women, while Henry wants better defensive rebounding, ball security, and shooting percentage. The women's team will be back in the Hill tomorrow night against a tough James Madison team. The men's team will next hit the court on Saturday at South Alabama. In Statesboro, Rachel West, WTOC Sports.
There was Rachel West giving you that update. We love to see the local teams really succeed and move forward. And I was talking with Andrew in our digital show at about 8 o'clock this morning, talking about how you love to see local teams doing well. And growing up, I'm not from here, but I always remember Georgia Southern, specifically the football team and their uniforms and always playing against SEC teams and things like that. So to be here now, seeing both the football team succeed and the basketball, the both men's and women's side, it's obviously a whole lot of fun to be in Statesboro, Georgia here right now. So actually, we're going to go back as well. We're going to talk actually some exciting news there in the Richmond Hill area. As you can see now on your screen on WTOC.com, the first female mayor of Richmond Hill taking their oath of office last night. The now mayor, Christy Fox, talking about a whole bunch of goals and what she wants to see, focusing on infrastructure, especially with those stormwater drainage, something that we talk about a whole bunch every time it rains, and also focusing on public safety, taxes, and better communication with the people who live in Richmond Hill. So she talks about having better hours for people to stop by and share their opinion, thoughts, and see what she can do now that she is the mayor. And also opening it up on her own Facebook and giving the opportunity for people to ask questions directly. Kind of like what we do here right now as we kind of tune in on the digital side of things and want to hear from you as well. Now, of course, you can reach through our email and we have our phone numbers and all that fun stuff. We also have our own Facebooks and personal Facebooks and things like that. So there's definitely avenues for you to reach out to us as well. So at 10 o'clock, that's pretty much the big news here so far. Again, starting with that local news there with the unfortunate hit and run and some shootings, and keeping our eyes there on Tybee and the vacation rental. Shay Strader is making her way to that court case again at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So she should have a report for you later on in the evening about what went down and what the fight was back and forth. And it's a continued fight. But again, the bigger thing being about how people living on Tybee want to stay living on Tybee in their way while these new vacation rentals are going up and so many people visit Tybee every single summer. They have to kind of come with a resolution right there. So that is the update there on the Tybee side of things. And again, I'm more excited about hearing about the GSU basketball team. So that does it for me here at 10 o'clock. I will be back here at 11 to give you an update. The positive news as well on the roadways, 17 open for you. So if you need to make your way into South Carolina, you are feeling free to do so right now. We'll be back in just a little bit.